Welcome back to Sports Night. As you know, on Sports Night, we often have Ovi Muhele, the former Wake Forest player with the Falcons, the fullback, on the show. We give him a little bit of a hard time as he's the bone-crushing fullback. His ego is growing like this. Well, we have the anti-Ovi Muhele on the show tonight, and that's Calvin Pace, who played with Ovi at Wake. And Calvin is the anti because he's the bone-crushing linebacker. So we're hoping that you can settle things down now and kind of fill in the other side of what Ovi brings us on the show. It's great to have you with us.
All right, thanks for having me.
You had you were at Arizona 5 years.
Right.
Played with the Jets last year, and I want to talk to you about the Jets first of all. How did you feel, you did last year with the Jets season, and what kind of circus was it with Brett Favre there?
I mean, I think I had a good year. I mean, it could always be better looking back on it. And, you know, if you had defensive player of the year type of year, it's always something that you feel like, man, I left that out there. I could have did better. But I had a great time, man. It was probably the most enjoyable year of my contract as far as playing. I mean, my career as far as playing. And it was a good time. And, you know, I think a lot of people make the Brett Favre thing more than what it really is. You know, you bring a guy in of that caliber, you know, the things he's done over his career, he's going to bring some type of media attention. But, you know, I don't think as a person, as a player, you know, he thrives off that. He's just a guy who wants to do his job and go home and hunt. You know, that's the type of guy he is. So it was a good time, and he was really a joy to be around.
We saw the record 9-7 to close out the season. What went wrong for this team down the stretch?
You know, I just think we just didn't finish the way we should have. We won 5 in a row, and we went to 8-3. And for whatever reason, we kind of hit a little skid at the wrong point in time in the season against Denver. And from that point on, we just couldn't get the season back together, and we just didn't finish the way we should have. But, you know, nobody expected Miami to go 11-5, and the Patriots are always going to do what they're going to do as far as winning games in the conference. And Buffalo had a great start. And it's really, man, it's a tough conference. And we just didn't win the games in the end of the season that we should have won.
So now you look forward and you see Rex Ryan coming in as the new head man. And, you know, I guess we have to follow up on the Brett Favre thing. How do you think it's going to play itself out? Because I've heard again, 50-50, he might come back, he might not. Yeah. What do you think happens?
You know, I don't know, man. I really don't know. If I had it, I definitely want him back. I definitely want him back. But, you know, he's been playing a long time, and, you know, I think he had a little injury at the end of the season. And, you know, a lot goes into trying to decide whether or not you want to come back and do it again and put that work in and that time. So, you know, I want him back, and I'm sure a lot of guys do.
Thomas Jones, one of them?
Yeah. But, you know, he's got decisions to make. And
you see how quick Calvin went right over that? You were a true veteran in the NFL. Very good.
So
it's not a Calvin Pace problem. That's a Thomas Jones problem. Bob, back to you.
Yeah, back to me now. Let's talk a little bit about the Steelers in the Super Bowl. What did you think about it? What did you think about the Steelers as a team? Were you surprised they won? They beat your old team, of course, the Arizona Cardinals. I ask you 3 questions at once here, but with these guys, I have to do that to get them all
Let's
in.
Get on
and
with
how
it,
did it feel not being with the Cardinals, watching the Cardinals play in this big game?
Yeah, man. To be honest with you, man, I thought the Cardinals were going to win. I told everybody going in, I really did think they were going to win. Offensively, I thought they were going to really put up at least 30 points, just because that's the type of offense that they are. But the Steelers, man, they win games by playing defense, and they did that. And you know, it's no coincidence that every year they're in the hunt. And you know, it was a great game. And I think if you know, if Arizona could have found a way to just try to get a stop on that last drive, I mean, obviously they win the game.
Now, of course, the Pro Bowl is this weekend, but next year the Pro Bowl is going to be played in the mainland, in Miami, where the Super Bowl is going to be held. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think it kind of takes away from it, you know, the experience of you know, getting to the Pro Bowl. Everybody talks about going to Hawaii and playing the game, and I think that's kind of like what makes the game so special. And, you know, I'm sure if, you know, going to the Pro Bowl, period, you're going to be happy about that and you're going to be pleased playing the game. But, you know, like I said, the experience of going to Hawaii, and that kind of just makes the game more special.
It's funny you say that. Clinton Portis today kind of talked about the fact that it's safer in Hawaii. He said guys are going to go to an exhibition game, it's what it is, in Miami. And I'll repeat what he said. He said we're going to have DUIs, we're going to have guys getting in trouble, guys are going to be enjoying themselves. Basically, we can't trust guys to enjoy a week down in Miami, whereas in Hawaii, it's more laid back. He said guys are wearing, you know, Hawaiian shirts and leis, and it's just more relaxed. Is that part of the deal?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I don't know about the DUIs or whatnot, but Miami does put a little bit more
juice.
Yeah, a little more juice into the whole equation. But I'm pretty sure guys will behave themselves and have a good time.
Can't let you get away from here coming from Wake Forest to talk about Wake Forest basketball season. They got walloped last night by Miami. But do you follow Dino Gaudio in the program with Wake and the basketball?
I do. You know, I didn't expect them to be ranked as high as they were this year. And I know last year they were kind of young. Man, and the ACC is a tough division. It's just like last night they lose to Miami by 27, and they beat Duke. Any given game, anybody can win in that division. And, you know, it's a situation where, man, they can just get to the conference championship series or, you know, tournament, and then they can get a run there and hopefully make a little run in the tournament. They'll be fine. So
you got your new contract, your first year with the Jets, so you got all your money. You're going to have a good time in the offseason. Where are you going to go? You're going to Rio? What are you going to do?
I've already been to Turks and Caicos.
Woohoo!
And, good time, good fishing, good relaxation. I haven't planned anything else.
I'm trying to figure this out for a second. Winston-Salem, New York City, very similar, right?
Yeah, very similar.
Getting around,
very similar. Yeah. Winston is pretty much, if you take away Wake Forest, it's just another little small town. So that's why I went there, so I wouldn't get in any trouble. I had a chance to go to some other places.
There you go. And New York's going to be quiet, so you won't have any problem there either.
Yeah. I mean, people say like New York Jets, New York Giants, but we actually work and live in Jersey. So.
That's true. And Jersey's, nope, there's nothing there. There's no mob there.
Not where I live at. Definitely where I live at.
Just say the mob?
No, he couldn't have said that. Calvin Pace, Wake Forest, Arizona, now the New York Jets. Nice new contract. Appreciate you coming on the show.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, take care of yourself in New Jersey. You know, it's
stuff
up there. I'm just
Tony
saying.
Soprano.
Stay with us. We're going to continue with Sports Night.
When we come back, Robert Ayers will join Matt Chernoff in the pause. And still to come, Sports Night loves to honor those in the spotlight, so come on back as we break out some cold ones. Keep it locked right here.